Hello everyone, welcome to my Path Soul Coach. These are going to be channeled messages from Archangel Michael for the collective. These messages are timeless, so you will be drawn to them when you are meant to listen to them. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Okay, so let us begin. What I am seeing in the energy of the collective right now is that I'm tapping into some divine feminine energy. So some of you are developing or learning to hone in on your femininity regardless of your gender. Of course, you could identify as male or female. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy within us. The divine feminine energy is characterized by a softer, more receptive and nurturing side of you, basically. So if you feel you're either feeling like you don't have enough of this in your life right now, like you are on overdrive, like you're too much in your masculine and you need to take a step back, and your body and your mind are starting to tell you this can be manifesting in your physical world as a feeling of anxiety, restlessness, not getting enough sleep, feeling worried all the time. You have the Nine of Swords here, which is, a lot of mental anguish, not being able to focus because you're constantly worrying and thinking about problems. So one of the things that came up that's really important is the energy of the number 6. And when I see the number 6, I'm thinking balance between your material world and your spiritual world. The spiritual and the emotional in our daily life gets usually pushed aside, and we usually tend to focus more on the physical. So this is what's happening right now with the group that I am tapping into, is that you are focusing a lot on the material world, perhaps out of necessity, because I have the 10 of Pentacles here, and I could be talking to a group that is really focusing on keeping their family, giving their family the resources that are needed. If you are head of household and there's a lot on your shoulders, you are being asked to find a space that feels safe to put yourself first at this moment. You have the Tower here in the reverse, which what's coming through from me with this Tower in the reverse is that you are headed for burnout. You are headed for overwhelming feelings of burnout. So if you don't pay attention, you could be either making yourself sick, or there's going to be a moment where you just give up because it's too much. So trying to catch this early and finding a balance between self-care and self-love and the responsibilities of the material world is what's coming up here. This includes, very importantly, setting boundaries between you and others. Setting boundaries in the form that even if we're talking about a spouse, a romantic partner, or children, your children in your life, or your job, setting that boundary where your time is your time. This is very important. And you can take that time as a safe space to take care of yourself, whether that be in meditation, watching a movie that you like, taking a nice, loving bath, a salt bath, drinking tea mindfully instead of, going through life doing everything quickly and multitasking how we tend to do. So there's that balance there that you're being asked to find. You're being asked to find joy, the things that make you feel alive, because you have the joy card here, and it's number 28. And once again, the number 2 and 8 are here. 8 is the number of the universe and infinity. It's the universe asking you to pay attention to 2, to balance once again. So 6 and 2 are balancing numbers. So universe, God, Archangel Michael messages are asking you to please find that balance. And twos are also relationships and partnerships. And the message that's coming through with that is that the more you take care of yourself, the better you'll be able to show up to your relationships, and not the other way around. If you're taking all of your time and putting it into your job, all of your time and putting it into your relationships, and you are left with an empty cup, because you also have the 5 of Cups here, this is going to be very disappointing in the end. In the end, you will feel resentment towards those who you've given your time away to. So you have to set the boundary of saying, no, I don't have time for this. No, I don't have time for that. No, my schedule is 9 to 5. Perhaps your boss wants you to work later, and you've already, come in earlier that day, and now you have to stay later, or you constantly do this. This is going to take a toll on your energy, and you don't want to do that. You want to be able to deliver your best self to your job and your relationships. So balance is key. The other number that's coming up a lot here is the number 9. Number 9 is a very high level number for those of you who feel like you have a soul mission, those of you who have gone or are going through spiritual awakenings. This is an important number, and it helps us pinpoint exactly who these messages are for. So if you are in the energy of healing and doing spiritual work, and as we do that work, we tend to serve humanity through that work, because once we heal ourselves, we know that we have the capacity to help others heal as well. So number 9 is important for that. So just be aware. You are also being asked to heal these wounds within you so that you can show up better to the world around you. The heart chakra is coming up over here in one of your oracle cards as well. And this is once again the message of love and self-love. And the better you treat yourself, the better you will treat others. And the oracle card of tenderness here also highlights this. And the number is 4 on this card. And I love numerology because I am seeing very clearly how these numbers are supporting and emphasizing the messages that you need to hear. So with the number 4, once again, that's a very strong 2 energy. 2 plus 2 is 4. So the balance, and the more balance you find in your life, the more stability you will find. And 4 is also the number of the home. So you are being asked to address issues in the home for some of you, and stability. And for some of you, the reason that you're working so hard and pushing yourself beyond where you should be pushing yourself and leading to burnout is because maybe you don't have a sense of stability within. And that is root chakra related or lower chakra related. So if you have self-love issues, that's going to be your sacral chakra, and then that's going to affect all those lower chakras. That really good functioning of those chakras are going to influence your daily life, your material world. So take a look at, how that is manifesting in you energetically. If you are seeing the world a certain way, there is an energetic spiritual counterpart to that, which is imbalances possibly in the lower 3 chakras. And if that energy is not flowing up through your being, it's not going to be meeting the energy of the heart chakra up above. So everything is connected and related. So if you want to do a meditation on clearing your chakras, there are tons of meditations on YouTube. I have a few that you could use as well. So just focus on yourself in whatever way that you can. Okay, and the last thing that came up here for you as a way and advice, for spiritual advice for how you can deal with these obstacles. How can you find the balance? You know you need the balance. How can you find that? Okay, the third eye chakra and spiritual strength are the oracle cards that are coming up for you. And these cards highlight the color purple and the color green. They emphasize, once again, that higher spiritual energy that we mentioned in the number 9, as well as the green of the heart chakra. And once you put all these messages and symbols together, you realize that you really need to spend this time on yourself, separate from distractions. Because the way to do this in your material world, what comes up here is the 7 of Cups in the reverse. How can you develop that third eye, that spiritual connection with self, with the divinity within you, through that divine feminine energy that accentuates self-love? So taking time out, you also have the 2 of Wands, taking time apart from other things. This is energy of separation. This is going to allow you to see the big picture, and it's going to allow you to get rid of distractions and to prioritize what is important in your life right now. So take a look at that, and you are learning lessons, spiritual lessons here, and they are being put to the test. So you know that for a lot of you, I'm speaking to a group that knows that self-love is important, that knows that self-care is important. But now that you know that, now that you have that information, how are you going to put it into practice? That is the test. And you're being asked and you're being called up to demonstrate that you understand this. Okay, that is what I have for you. I really hope this helped. Thank you, and see you soon. I'll talk to you in the next one.